This is Lisa Marie Nicole, and this is Rockin' for God. Let's rock. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Today is Sunday, August 17th, and I have another great show for you today. And we're supposed to be getting some really bad storms down here. I know it's been lightning and thundering down in Florida, so I hope everybody stays safe out there wherever you are. And I hope we don't lose this feed by some chance. I'm praying that we just get through this without having any issues. So I just want to say a couple of things. I just want to thank everyone that voted for me for the Spin Awards for this podcast. The voting is over. It ended on the 15th. And I just pray that I win something for this podcast. If not, I just am blessed to be nominated for that. So I just thank you guys who voted for me. I know I get annoying sometimes and I ask people to vote for me for everything, but you guys are so great and you always do. So we'll see what happens. Also, the WVIU Awards. I am nominated for Christian Contemporary Artist on the Rise for Pensacola, and that voting has started. You can vote for me at WVIUradio.net, and that ends October something. I think it's the 15th, but I really need people to vote for me for that. I'm up against a lot of great artists, and I would be happy if you would vote for me. So I have a great artist coming on tonight. She's a singer-songwriter from Massachusetts, from the Boston area, I think. And she is. I'm gonna play the promo real quick, and I'll be right back to bring her on. I know you're there, God. Sometimes I feel alone, even when I'm not. All the troubles in the world, I think. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're just joining me, this is Rockin' for God with Lisa Marie Nicole. I have coming on Eileen Springer. She is a singer-songwriter, and I will bring her on and let her tell you her story. Hello.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you for inviting me onto your show.
You're welcome. And just tell everybody real quick just what your name and where you're from. That's it.
I live in Weymouth, Mass., which is south of Boston, about 25 minutes.
Okay. And you are a singer-songwriter from the Boston area, you said, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. And so how long have you been writing music and singing?
I've been writing music probably since I was 16 years old. I have a very musical family, so I started early. And then I merged out to open mics when I was in my 20s. And ever since then, I've been writing music.
What about singing?
Oh, I started singing when I was very young. And like we were talking about before, Sandra Evans, she taught me how to sing. And I had various teachers, but she was the first one that taught me how to sing, voice lessons. And so it was always, but I would say I started singing when I was 5 years old, when I first heard my dad play the piano.
Wow, that's great. And for those of you who know Ro Evans, Rockin' Ro Evans, she's been on plenty of my shows. That is her mother she's talking about. Mm-hmm. So that's a blessing to me. She's a good person, both of them.
And a good songwriter.
Yes, she's a great. So she was on my show too a while back, but I'm sure everybody sees her all the time on Facebook with her shows all every day.
A lot of them.
Yeah. So she taught you how to sing back then, you said, her mother?
No, I was 16, and
wow, that's cool.
Really taught me how to use my diaphragm, all the things appropriate things that you need to learn when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
And the breathing skills and all that. So that's when I started.
And a lot of
really learning, not just singing, but developing my voice and my vocal cords.
Well, a lot of artists don't. Some of them don't even know that that's how you have to sing. That's the proper way to sing is through your diaphragm,
Yes.
and it takes time. It takes a lot of time to get used to doing that.
It takes a long time for your voice to develop too. You don't see the
Yep.
results overnight. Really have to be committed to it.
Where were you from originally? You don't sound like you're from Massachusetts.
I try not to. I've been working on not sounding like a Bostonian and slowing down my speech. But did grow up in Boston, so that's where I'm from. But thank you. That's a compliment.
Well, I can hear it a little bit. I mean, you don't say like park the car in the Harvard Yard.
Thank God. I'm working on it. I'm working on not talking like that. So it's a compliment that you recognize that I don't.
Well, Boston accents are like Jersey accents. You can't get rid. I mean, I can't get rid of my accent no matter where I move to. I can move to another country; it's not going to matter. It's just sometimes they just stick with you, and it's hard. It's very hard to get rid of them. But that's who you are.
Well, I'm working on it, and I'm just saying again, it was a compliment that you said.
Oh, okay.
It sound like I'm from Boston.
So I know a lot about you, but I want the audience to know. So you're a solo artist. I know you perform everywhere.
I'm a solo acoustic artist. I play a lot
Yes.
of cover tunes at restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
This summer was particularly magnificent because I warmed up for a big band called Booty Vortex. They're a disco band, and there was lots of people there. I could look out to the ocean and see just all these people looking at me, and the sound system was so powerful. I got such a taste of confidence. It was unbelievable. But I've played at restaurants and coffee houses, and I've been online, and all kinds of things. Radio and cable.
Yeah, I see you performing at all these places. I'm like, I don't know how you get all these gigs, man. That's pretty hard.
I've been pushing it over the summer because
You're real pushy.
a couple of reasons is that there are more in the summer because they're outdoors.
Yeah.
So that's when they all are. But I really just was like, oh, I'm going to play a lot. And it just, I was just committed to having a breakthrough. And with ISSA, International Singer-Songwriter Association, I was really inspired to just be who I say that I'm going to be in the awards that I'm nominated for, which is musician, of course. I'm going to produce, and I'm going to show people like, this is who I am, and this is what I'm doing. My single Jerusalem Road is up with that you're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Excited for.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't make it this year, but I'm gonna miss everybody. But I know I saw your dress, it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So I know I'm nominated for the Emerging Artist Rising Star, and this podcast is nominated.
That's incredible. That's good. I hope.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really hard. I'm up against like radio stations and everything else. So you know what? I'm just blessed to be nominated. All the people voted for me also. So, even if I don't win, it's great. And your song, and what else are you nominated for?
I'm nominated for Musician of the Year, which is such an honor for me. And I work really hard at being a musician. At like actually going out to getting the gigs, which people don't realize how hard it is. You got to spend hours sending emails and talking on the phone. You're competing with so many people, going out to gigs, setting them up by yourself, sometimes having somebody, finding your way to the gig and filling the room to get the sound and playing for 3 hours and bringing it down. It's not that easy. So, it's a little bit, you really have to be committed to it. And my originals, I really have to say International Singer-Songwriters has inspired me, and I wrote a batch of new songs and just developed new styles by listening to people. So that's been quite an achievement for me.
That's great. Yeah, it's really good to do that. And the more you get out, the better you get out. You get your music out there. I mean, I have something coming up by me locally that I just got that I'm really looking forward to doing in a restaurant. And But it's fun too. You get to meet more people, you get more fans, and
A
it's
lot of
really
fun. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna play your first song right now. I'll play "Delicate Flower" first, and then
Okay.
we'll come back and talk about it. So,
Right.
for everybody that's just joined me, this is singer-songwriter Eileen Springer, and this is her song "Delicate Flower."
You call me your delicate flower. I grow in your garden so freely. In your heart I belong near the sunshine, with the rain that nourishes and feeds me. You call through the storm and its power, where nature has come to allow her petals to flow in the daylight until the evening hours. You call me your delicate flower. I'm fragile and strong in the wind, where you hold me and destiny calls you to hear the song that I sing. You call through the distance and she hears you, and faith leads the way to a new one, 'cause fear will never defeat truth, but love will always be with you. You call me your delicate flower. I grow in your garden so freely. In your heart I belong near the sunshine, where the rain nourishes and feeds me. You call and destiny brings you to a place above and beneath you, where your delicate flower, she greets you with everything you believe is true.
That's pretty.
Thank you.
So, did you write that for somebody?
I
Or
did.
you,
I
yeah.
did it for somebody, and he lives in New Hampshire. I wrote it years ago, about 8 years ago, and he had a beautiful garden that he had a lot of excitement about. He would talk about it a lot and really take good care of it. And one day he called me Delicate Flower. This was years ago, and I just talked. I just thought that was just a great compliment, and I just used the analogy of being part of the garden. You call me
That's good.
Delicate Flower, so it's a pretty romantic song.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's pretty. Do you write Christian music also?
I do write Christian music. Yes,
Okay. And you have some songs out, right? I know I don't have any of yours, but that's okay
I
because
I do. Yeah.
it's good. And so you're multi-genre basically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So what made you start writing Christian music? Did your faith make you start doing
Just,
that?
just the Holy Spirit came to me one day, and you know when the Holy Spirit comes to you, right? It just comes to you,
Mm-hmm.
and the songs would just write themselves. And I've been a Christian for, I don't know, I want to say like 25 years now. And once I started writing my first song, it was really easy, and I just started doing that. And sometimes they just come to me in the morning, or when I'm feeling the spirit. But I really love to write them. It honors God, and it also speaks to other people about how much love He has for each person and how abundant it is.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. It's that's what a lot of people say to write Christian music, and some people, aren't Christian artists, and they'll just like a song will come to them, and then they start writing it because, like you said, if he speaks to you, he speaks to your heart, and you want
Yeah,
to write something.
yeah. Sometimes He gives me answers to my prayers, and they come in song form. Isn't that
Yep,
amazing? To
I
you,
know.
to you too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like sometimes if somebody asks you a question about something, or somebody is having an issue with something, I'll get the answer and say, write a song about it. Because it won't help that person, it'll help a lot of people, out there. So that's great. And was there a time in your life when God got you out of a bad situation that you can talk
Yes.
about?
Yes. In my 30s, I would say, um, I just wasn't feeling right. I don't know if it was depression. It was just couldn't find my niche in life, my work, who I wanted to be with. I just had and I come from a Jewish background. So for me to reach out to God, really like a last resort, or
Mhm.
I always had it in my mind, like a maybe, but never definite. But then when I said, reveal yourself to me, my world changed around, and the people that were supposed to be in my life turned up, and I went to the right church, and just things started changing for me, and I'm very fortunate for that.
So that's pretty interesting. You came from a Jewish background and you're now Christian?
I'm Jewish. Yeah, well, the way I explain it is that because people, like, they, especially Jewish people, they don't know, like, that I'm still Jewish, and I'll always be Jewish. I was born, my mother was Jewish, my father was, but that it is a relationship with God versus like a religion. I did not, they're like, oh, you converted? And I said, well, I'm still a Jewish person. I just take Christ as Savior, and He was Jewish. So
So you're basically like messianic then? You're
no,
you're
because I don't. No, I wouldn't like describe myself as that, because I don't I don't have any Jewish friends, I would say, and I don't involve myself in that kind of situations. Not because I don't want, just because it just never turned up for me. I go to Christians. Um, I go to Christian churches, but I love to celebrate the high holidays, especially. And I find that's very powerful for me, because a lot of Christians don't, and they don't even know about the Jewish holidays that Jesus celebrated. So I'm really like into the New Testament and the Old Testament. They're very powerful, like Passover right before for Easter.
Wow, that's really great that you're that you well, see, I'm Catholic, and Catholics know a lot about Jewish history also.
Oh, they do good.
A lot, so we that's where it started. I mean, my husband and John Benko, who's in charge of this, could probably tell you a lot about that. But they're, a lot into the Catholic faith, and they know a lot about the Jewish history also, and where it started from. But that's great. So that's pretty. I haven't really met anybody like you, I don't think.
Well, I wanted to, no, I don't think many people have. You know, I don't know. I don't see myself as, excuse me, gotta tickle my throat. I don't see myself like if you had to compare me to anybody, I don't know who you would compare to me. Like I'm a mixed breed. But I have a CD called Road to God's Glory with a bunch of originals. But since then, I've written a lot of new Christian songs. There's a couple of them on Spotify, SoundCloud you can check out. And I always, with Road to God's Glory, I always like would give it away, would never sell it. Do you want my CD? You want my CD? You know, just to bring people to the Lord. But now I don't even have CD players. So there. So look up my songs on Spotify and YouTube and all the major sites.
So you do believe in Jesus then?
I think that I said that I think that I said everything that would say I do believe in Jesus. Yes, for sure. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Your girlfriend Ro is on here, by the way. She said to say hi.
Yeah, Ro, we've been talking about you and your mom and how she taught me how to sing when I was 16 years old. And that breathing through the diaphragm is so important, especially when you're young. It really changes like how you sing. And
she has an incredible voice too. So.
And she's a great songwriter. And you can see her online all the time. She's got how often, Ro, do you have your show on?
She's on every day at 11 o'clock.
Every day.
I know she is. Yeah, but sometimes she's late. Sometimes she comes on a little later, but it's normally around 11. That she's on.
I tune in. She has a very unique style, and like I admire her. And my dad and her mom live very close together, like both in Sharon, which is kind of ironic. I mean, I grew up in Stoughton, so they know each other, and I'm used to calling her. She knows this too. I'm used to she doesn't like it.
She says thank you, but this show is about you guys because we keep talking about her. Ro, I'll bring you on another time again, all right?
Let's just say she's an inspiration and she's a good songwriter. Listen to her.
We love you, Ro.
Okay.
All right. Let me play your song, Jerusalem Road. I mean, this song is nominated for the ISSA, right?
Yes.
What is it nominated for? Song of the Year?
Single, yes.
Single?
I'm very excited about that. Yeah. And I'm
going to play her song, Jerusalem Road, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Great.
So here it is.
Of land extend for miles, and the ocean and sand blow salty air through the screen of my bedroom suite, and the grass is freshly mowed. I touch it with my bare feet. Take me down, I want to show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
I want to go. Take me down to Jerusalem Road. I sip my morning coffee outside on the top deck. The marble stones along the walls give a luxury effect. My spectacular home with the shiny wooden floors, and my vegetable garden outside my patio door. Take me down, I want to show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
I wanna go, take me down to Jerusalem Road. Inside the chef's kitchen, I'd eat gourmet food every day. I'd watch my movie-sized TV day off from work on a Monday. And we do what we want anytime. Can we go? Take me down to Jerusalem Road. Of my estate, and I take my boat out, and wow, I'd feel so great. Perhaps we would go swimming in my underground heated pool, and I'd invite you into my entertainment room. Take me down,
take me down.
I wanna show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
Take me down. I wanna go. Take me down to Jerusalem Road. What's one more? And we drive side by side down the long, windy private streets, dressed up to the tens with the movie stars and athletes. Take me down.
Take me down.
I want to show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
Take me down. I wanna go, take me down to Jerusalem Road.
That's a good song. I feel like a Celtic beat in there, something like
really?
Celtic. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I felt that with the other song too. It's just a little Celtic in there.
I never heard that. I thought it was
Yeah.
more like a country folk song.
Yeah,
But-
folk too. Folk, yeah, definitely folk. But I don't know. It's
I
about
really wanted to write more. Well, it's the musicians you have too. You can make it into a rock song. You can make. But I'm trying to write more, definitely out of the folk venue and more like some like country rock. But
yeah, folk is good though. Folk is really good. I mean, you do it good. So I mean,
I actually don't like to be put in that category. But that's just me. But there
so
are.
explain the song. Explain the song. What's it about?
All right. Well, it's about one of my favorite streets, and it's $1 million. There are $1 million homes on there.
It sounds like it.
I wrote it when I always wanted to write about Jerusalem Road, but I could never get the words out. And I was in the studio. It's mixing, and I just thought about like I was feeling successful, and I had this dream that like that's where I'd like to live. I'm fascinated by mansions, and I would take walks there during my breaks at work, and I just thought that okay, I'm going to look up some of the real estate, and I did. I looked up the real estate just for the fun of it, and the details of what what's in each home and everything. And I looked and I said, oh, that's the one that I would like to have. And it was actually on the market on that time. And it's actually a song that I wrote about, and it has like a huge deck on the top where I could have musicians come and play on bands every week. It had the kitchen where you could have actually prepared meals for you all the time. 10 different rooms with different bedrooms looking over acres of land. A golf course, a swimming pool, a big huge garden. It just goes on and on.
It's
A room
nice to
for
dream,
children,
isn't it?
a room for children, a pool. I mean, I could just go on and on, you know.
Where is this? Is this in Massachusetts?
Yeah, this is in Cohasset, Mass.
Oh, okay.
So anyone that wants to take a ride down there, it's pretty fascinating.
I never heard of it, and it's called Jerusalem Road. That's funny.
I know, isn't it? Isn't it
Yeah.
great? My father actually, like I asked him to play the piano on it, and he was just like, "Wow, is it really called Jerusalem Road?" And he thought it was religious, but it really isn't. It's just called.
Yeah,
Jerusalem.
I thought it was too when you first sent it. But is that your father singing on the track?
No, he's
Who
playing.
is that?
He's playing the piano. My dad's playing the piano. Sherman Whipple. He passed, unfortunately, but we used to do a lot of
sorry.
songs together. And he played guitar on this too, and he sang.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, it's a good song. That's which album is this off of?
This is on Relentless CD, and Jackie Damsel, she played violin. So
Yeah, that was beautiful. I mean, all the instruments that were in there were beautiful. I mean, I know you have different people playing things, right?
yeah, and you know what? I think this compared to a lot of my other songs doesn't have that much in it. It's very raw. It shows me singing what I'm singing about. It's not covered by drums or, you know, big orchestrations. There's just piano and violin and guitars. And that's it. So
Sometimes simple is better. I mean, I want to do with just an acoustic song. You know, I just want to do just acoustic singing. That's it. You know, some people have acoustic versions of their fully mastered tracks. I mean, like just with nothing, just simple, just that with the guitar and your voice, and sometimes that's beautiful, just like that.
I have a lot of them, especially now where people aren't making CDs, and I put a lot of selfies out there. I get copyrights on them, and then I eventually, when I financially get the income, I put them on DistroKid, which puts them on Spotify. But and I do little mixes, some instrumentals, but I've been kind of leaning towards some acoustic, because you can hear more about what you're saying. I mean, there's different benefits to both, but I like a lot of different versions of songs. You can put them out a lot of different ways,
Yep, you're right. And with Christian music too, like I do every genre of Christian music. I mean, some people just stick with one genre, but you can do like Christian country, you got Christian rock, Christian pop, Christian rap, I mean, there's Christian everything. And I think I've done everything but rap. And I might do that too. So we'll see what happens. But that's great. How many albums do you have out?
I have 4 of them. 4 albums. Oh, actually, I have a live one. That Road to God's Glory is live. So I would say 5. And
Do you have any? Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, do you have any Christian albums out, or Christian songs? Are they just mixed? Is everything mixed?
I have a couple of them on CDs. Fragile as I Am is on Gotta Be Brave, so you can look that up. And there's one on Matter of Time, which is called You Are My Lord. And then you can look up a couple singles that I just put on Spotify. Road to God's Glory, which is the cover tune, and Drenched in Your Love. Road to God's Glory is really great because it kind of taps into the secular world of people that don't know the Lord, and that what they go through. Like they wake up in the morning and think about the day, and then we all do, but just dwell on the day and the night, and then when they come to know the Lord, it's like, glory, glory. so that's a really good song. So those 2 are on Spotify, and I've been trying to put more on Spotify for people to listen to. I'm learning I'm getting coached on how to do this, Well,
don't forget, you still have Apple Music, you got Amazon, you got Google Music. There's like a million different streaming sites, not just Spotify. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen recently, a lot of artists are starting to pull their music from Spotify. There's been a lot of issues with them lately, and a lot of people aren't happy with them. So, What I tell a lot of independent artists is, I know you have a website, but every independent artist should really have a working website that they can put all of their music on, like digital. You can even sell stuff on some websites. You could sell CDs, you could download stuff,
I
and
do have a
sell
website.
albums.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I have a website and I have a music page. So sometimes I'm not real active, and I guess I need to work and doing it more regularly. Sometimes I go without posting and things like that.
Well, the thing with that is that if you have a website, people can buy directly from you, and you won't have to split that with these streaming sites. And this is
Right.
why I always tell people that are on my show, try to have an active website, because I always promote those people to
Mhm.
please go to the artist's website first. Even if there's a lot of people that have like these monthly plans on Apple or like Spotify, like they pay like $9.99 and they get unlimited songs. But you make like 2 cents off $1 off this of the artist. So
Right.
if you really want to support the artist and you really like them, the best thing to do is go straight to their site,
Right.
or go to like a site that they own where you can pay for, where they get the whole
I can
thing.
understand that, but what I have to say is, like, I've never really been about the money, about making money on my CDs online. And when CDs were popular, I sold a lot of them. Like I'm very
Yeah.
going and people would just buy them. And still people buy them. And the big show that I had this summer, I'm warming up for this beautiful, band that's touring all over the place, Booty Vortex. I even sold T-shirts. But I find online, it's a lot of work, and right now it's like not the way that my gigs where I make a lot of money and I get tips and things like
Yeah.
that. Like online, I don't know a lot of people that have sold a lot, but it's definitely something I will look into, different sites, and I'm working on the website a little more. So thank you for that advice.
You're welcome. Yeah, it does help. I mean, it does help because, as indie artists, we're not able to afford one of those houses on Jerusalem Road.
No, yeah, Lisa, but maybe one day, never give up that dream.
No, I didn't say never, but right now I don't think so. But
Me neither. But it's never been about money as far as
no, never. Especially when I do Christian music, it's about spreading the message.
right. But I guess
Oh.
now, more honestly, I am thinking about the financial concept too, because of I really love to record even more than performing, and I love creativity around it, putting all the instruments and making it bold and full, and accenting like what is important. So financially, that to keep going, to make CDs, and to this, there's a lot of money that you can put into the music, and so there is a lot of financial aspects of it now that I've been thinking about that I didn't in the past. So you're right. That
Do you perform in any churches locally at all? Have you?
I have. I don't anymore. I quite honestly, I got burnt out. I played at Abundant Life. That was my first church. I played for 9 years, and it was a Pentecostal church where I go there 20 minutes before and practice, and then there was an hour and a half of singing, and then afterwards it was like after everybody left, you sing. After they preached, and you were so full of the Holy Spirit and going up and down with your emotions and giving up things, and then when I first started, it was like, wow, this is great. And I loved it for so many years. Then I just, halfway through, 5, 6,
Got burnt out.
I would go home and just take naps for a couple hours, 2 hours. And I just got, I finally got to the point in 9 years that, I was very committed to it. I couldn't see what God was going to do without that. But when I left there, I got a lot of opportunities in my music, and I could realize how I was empowered stepping away from it, and how being on a worship team really it was a gift, and it was at that time was what God wanted me to do. But then when I stepped away from it, he had other things that he wanted me to do, because secular music can be just as important and bring people to the Lord in different ways. So
Yeah, I really don't do it too much, so I'm, but I understand what you're saying though, because you could reach different people in different crowds.
yeah,
I understand that.
but I like
Um,
to sing both. I like to sing about the Lord, and then I like to also sing, like Jerusalem Road and about
yeah, yeah,
experience of my own that people can relate to. So, and I find that's why I am unique, because a lot of people they like to there are people like to multi-genres, but I like a lot of different variety in my music. So
well, that's good. That's the artist that you are. Um, do you just perform locally, or do you do anything like in other cities or states or anything?
I've been playing out a lot of different places. I've been traveling, because I'll tell you, um, the younger people are coming in, and there's more talent in this world now, because there's more things that you can do online to do songs. And so there's more competition. And, I'll make a list of places I want to play. And sometimes, you can't get in, and they're just like, oh, we're booked for 4 months, we're booked up for the whole year or whatever. So you
Yeah,
just listen where you get, wherever, they say, yes, we want you. Can you do this date? Then you play. I mean, I had some beautiful gigs this summer. I played at Fuel America just on Saturday,
I
yesterday,
saw that.
outside. It was beautiful. I had 3 friends there, and I was taped, and they have Fuel because of their coffee. It's so strong. I
Mhm.
could ever have any, but like little cheese platters and drinks and things like that. And the sound system was really, really powerful and great. Then I've had other gigs where I've driven out to Rhode Island and New Bedford in the snow, and try to find my way there. And then when I get there, I have to set up at a new place. Every gig is very different. There are some that are easy and some that are more difficult, but they
Yeah.
all something that you can learn from. Some you don't like, some you don't. You do your best at all of them, but
Yeah.
they all
No,
have.
Florida too. I love playing outside, but not in 110 degrees. I mean, I like whenever we do get winter here, I love doing outdoor festivals.
Can I ask you something about Florida? Now, like, do you play? There's music there like every day, right? Do you play out like at
Um, well,
church?
it depends. I mean, the area I'm in, yeah, I play in church. I mean, I play in church every week. I'm in the, because I'm Catholic, so I'm in the
Right.
choir. So I
Yeah.
play and I sing in the choir. But yeah, I got this thing over here at the restaurant I'll be doing. But yeah, I have another festival that's coming up that's outside. It's an old town in Florida, and they do this big festival every year, and I do it every year. And I love being outside in like November, like down here, November, December, because it's usually like in the 70s and it's beautiful. But anything before that, when you're outside, it's too hot. It's
My
real.
my brother and his wife recently moved there in last September. They moved to Seminole, so I went there in April, and it was beautiful. But as far as the music scene, I looked at it, and like there are
There's not much.
every single where I was, it was every single day, like outside, because people can play outside. So
Yeah, it depends on where you are. Like in the villages has a big, you know what the villages is? It's in
I was close to Newport Richey. There was a
Oh
lot.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a friend that lives there. Yeah, yeah. Newport Richey is about an hour from me south.
Yeah, and it
It,
was just like, I thought, like, if I came up there or lived there, or I mean just visited and I wanted to play, it'd be, I think there's a lot of opportunity, because it's not just like, winter here. The winter you have very few gigs here because people do not want to leave the house because it's freezing. And there aren't as many gigs because there's no outdoor ones. They're all inside. So
yeah,
I can see the
exactly.
benefits of living in Florida too for your music.
So what do you have next? We have another album coming out. You got any songs coming out
I have
recently?
a lot of songs. I don't know if I'm gonna, CDs aren't I don't think they're the way to go nowadays. But what I want to put singles out. I think that's what people are doing, and I have a lot of material that I've been writing.
I've been one. Yeah.
A lot of different because I had some breakthroughs, Lisa. You know, I write a lot about the same things about love and about me and my experiences, and now I'm able to write about just love in general and create these relationships that don't exist in my country. And being an ISSA, a lot of country formats and songs, and look things up online that, you know, the other, and be inspired by what other people are doing. That really helped me, ISSA. But I've been writing a lot of like different forms of things. So.
Well, that's good. I wish you luck with everything. I'm sorry I can't be there next week, but I'm sure if I win something, somebody will let me know. But I want to wish you a lot of luck with that. I hope your song Jerusalem Road wins. Let me know if you win.
Is what I want. I would love to see. But anything is an honor, and you know what? I love to go to ISSA, especially since it's not all about winning there. I've seen a lot of contests be about winning, and what I feel is different between a lot of the contests in ISSA is that ISSA is more of a community where everybody encourages everybody and develops lifelong friendships. Really, I have a lot of friends, and we talk about things. You know, I met Heather and Steve Roy. They're my best friends, and they came out to my gig yesterday, and Heather sang a song with me, Three Little Birds, for any of you on Facebook.
I saw that. That was cute.
Live. So, you know, I've developed these connections, and that's what I love.
Me too. I mean, I would have never met you either if it wasn't for ISSA. There's so many friends. Oh my God, I made so many friends. It's unbelievable. But you know, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for sharing your story. And I hope everybody liked the music. If anybody wants to, just tell everybody your social media sites and how they could find you.
My songs are on most of the sites that you know, the popular sites you can look up. You know, like Spotify, Amazon, Apple, if you want to look up. If you're interested in a free Road to God's Glory CD, just message me, because I give those out. I have like a couple available because we were talking about God, and you know, and message me too if you want, you know, you don't want to go that route and you want just a CD mailed. I don't charge a lot because a lot of people don't have CDs, but you can see all my songs and hear them on all the different sites.
And you're on Facebook, right? Facebook.
I'm on Facebook, and I have a music page. And and you just kind of brought up that I need to be more active in posting, so I do. You know, I've been so busy playing out at gigs. I think that was what I neglected, and that I really need to get back to is the website and the music page. But I did have a good turnout of people coming. So
good. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And I'll thank you. God bless you, and good luck with everything you do. And I'll be talking to you soon.
All right, Lisa. Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye. Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As I do every week, I'm just going to mention a couple of the dogs that are up for adoption. Again, I just want you to know I've been posting these dogs every week. And I just want you to know that I found out today that Tank the Beagle has a pending adoption. That is the 10 to 12-year-old senior beagle. I'm so happy about that. This is Betty. Look at that face. I always say that. I really wish somebody would adopt this dog. She's a 1-year-old boxer, a bulldog mix, they think. She is in a foster right now, but she is a home. She's in Ocala, Florida. I think she's in Citrus County, actually. But Open Hands Animal Rescue is the rescue that has her. And I also that's Betty. Here she is again. Look at that face. We got Blaze the Beagle. He's a senior dog living with the foster. She's very friendly, and she needs a home where she could spend the rest of her life. I have Smiley, who I was talking about last week. He's 5 years old, friendly but timid, and he's an amazing dog, and he needs a patient person that is going to let him work with him and let him know how to be a dog. I also have Jumbo, who is another Rottie. He's 3.5 years old. Great dog, and he's looking for a home. All of these dogs, if you're interested in any of these dogs, you can go to openhandsanimalrescue.org, or you can go on their Facebook page if you're on Facebook, and you can see everything that Jessica DeLeon posts. And they do all kinds of fundraisers and stuff for these dogs. If you'd like to donate to them, you can go to, actually, let me just post this because this will tell you where you can donate. I have it here. Hold on one second. Here it is. So on the bottom, it says Open Hands Zelle, openhandsanimalrescue.org, at gmail.com, or Venmo, Open Hands Animal Rescue. The website is openhandsanimalrescue.org. So they are in Ocala, Florida. If you'd like to donate to help them a few dollars, anything, if you'd like to sponsor one of the dogs they have, I'm sure they would appreciate it. I'm going to be doing this every week at the end of all of my shows because I help them out, and they're very good friends, and my Maggie May was from them. And so, you know, if you have it in your heart to adopt one of these dogs or to just donate, I'm sure they will really appreciate it. So I'm going to end the show tonight with one of my award-winning songs called Just Believe. This song was my number one song for many years, a couple of years. It came out in actually 2024. And I haven't played this in a while. So I'm going to end the show with this. The song is available on all streaming sites. This is the video. This video also won many awards. So real quick, next week I have Annetta Caldwell. She has an unbelievable story of faith and how she went from being involved in drugs and witchcraft to becoming a child of God. I cannot wait to see this show. She also is an author and a dancer. And August 31st, I have military. He's a combat veteran for the Marines. Andrew Jones, he has his own podcast also. He's going to be on the 31st. And I'll get into September next week because I got an unbelievable jam-packed month in September of incredible people that are coming on. Just like the people I have on now, but it's just different because it's just going to be all different types of people for Catholicism and everything else. So I hope you guys can really join me. So thank you again. Let me get rid of this picture real quick. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you, Irene, for joining me. And thank you guys for your support. And don't forget, please go to wviuradio.net and vote for me for Christian Contemporary Artist on the Rise. This is for Pensacola Awards. I really would like to win this year if possible. And also the Spin Awards is over, so I thank you so much. I have a new song that I am going to be recording in the studio in September. It will probably be released mid-September sometime. It's called Jesus Infinite Love. And this is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. So just stay tuned for that. I'm going to play it on my show once it's released. So this is my song, Just Believe. Everybody have the blessed rest of your week. I will see you next Sunday. God bless.